4,280 pounds, the Passport 199 ml here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. The definition of 10 pounds of sugar in a 5-pound sack. This is a very short, light, easy towing camper, but it gives you the living space of a super slide inside without the length, weight, and cost of that super slide. One of the things we like to do for you at Haylett RV is show these RVs closed up in what I call travel mode. You see here with that slide closed, you can very easily navigate through the entire RV. You can open and close that bathroom door with the slide out closed. It is darn close, but it can be done, just like I've done here. You can get to the fridge. Oh, frankly, it's easier to say this. The only thing you lose out when this is closed is a view of the television, which for traveling, I don't think a lot of people really care about. And one more thing here, with the slides still closed, I wanted to demonstrate the fact that the Murphy bed in this camper can be used with the bed in the down position when the slide is closed. There is still enough room between the slide and the bed. Actually, the bed comes right up next to the slide flange, but it's fine. Nothing interferes with anything. Nothing touches or damages anything else. So, some Murphy beds you have to travel in the up position, some in the down position. A Passport Murphy bed is nice because it can travel either way, which is really cool because what if you accidentally forget to put it up or down? It doesn't matter. You won't damage it in a Passport. It will always be fine. And as long as we're talking about sleeping, let's start with that as we open it up. So historically, this is what the 199 ml always looked like. You had a bed up front. For a long time, it was a Camp Queen. Then it became a True Queen. Now it's a 60 by 80 True Queen Murphy setup, which is really cool. So you can walk around it. You got the nice big wide side stands with household and USB plugs on both sides. But they're kind of open on the side, so if you're a little bit claustrophobic, you don't feel like you're sleeping in a coffin, you know? Good cross breeze windows, you got your dual hanging closets on either side. Now, in a Murphy bed, you won't find an overhead cabinet because naturally, when the bed goes up, you know, the cabinet can't be in the way. You might also notice it's really well lit in here, which is something a lot of small trailers that are attempting to be weight and price sensitive, which Passports, that's exactly who they are. They're a weight and price sensitive Keystone camper. This thing is very well lit, and lights are very expensive in campers. Now, over here, the Dinette, what's cool about this, it's a couples camper, but it has big adult-sized guest sleeping capacity, because that is what I call a true U dinette, where it's about 7 foot long and it's 44 inches deep. You can see how it actually sticks out way past the slide out. And what that'll actually give you right there is room for adults to sleep up front, but also room to sleep an adult guest, not just little kids, although it's easier to sleep a couple little kids or bigger dogs this way. But really the greatest thing here is the fact that you get the seating and like the big wide open feeling living space of a super slide RV without the length, weight, and cost of a super slide. That's what's so cool about the 199 ml Passport here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. We still have that sofa. Now the sofa directly faces the TV, which is immediately to my left where I'm standing currently. And they did something different here, and it's simple, but I actually really like it. They left the bottom part of this sofa wide open so that it can be like a shoe garage, or if you're like me, like when I sit down, I like to tuck my legs under myself or kick my feet out. Like I don't just like to sit, you know, upright like you're supposed to. I've got terrible posture. I need to work on that, but it's what I like to do. So I could throw my shoes under there. I could throw some storage totes. You could throw maybe like a small little dog pad down there and make this a little bit more pet friendly. A little easier to see those open side stands with the household outlets there. And during the day, those will be handy little phone chargers. But what's cool is this is also kind of demonstrating how you still have the normal underbed storage of a non-Murphy bed floor plan here in this cool little Swiss Army kind of camper. Because not only does that lift up for easy access, but you've also got those, normal traditional side stands with those hanging closets on either side. Plus, there's a huge additional storage space back in the bathroom. Now, flipping around the other direction, like if you're sitting on the sofa by the door, this is kind of what you look at. And again, on the storage note, you see how they've started including doors on the ends of their dinettes. Now, that's been around for over a year, but that's something that the SL Passports did not used to have. And when they went to what I call Passport 2.0 generation, they just really took care of, like, there's a bunch of little simple things, like a dinette end door, like a nicer sink and kitchen space that they tackled here that I think really have benefited this model. You actually have dimmer switch lighting in the top of that slide out. So if you want like an evening kind of night light, you have it. Additionally, down below that bench, there is a little switch you can kick on for like some little evening track light running, or if you just enjoy the look of it, you could have it on all day. There's nothing that says you can or can't. But what's cool about that is if you wake up at night, since none of that light is staring you directly in the eyes, it's, you know, being indirect, it helps you see to like get to the bathroom without turning on all the lights and disturbing everybody. You can see the pleated shades there in your dining area, and that TV, standard equipped on all the SL, on any Passport, and it is on a swing arm pivot mount. If you take a look at that, you might notice how it is not flush against the wall currently. So it directly faces the sofa, but it can also crank around that corner to be seen from the dinette. Now below that, our entertainment unit. It's a combination Bluetooth stereo with HDMI inputs. So what's cool about that is it's an expandable entertainment. It's very good, like if you have Amazon Fire or Roku sticks or something like that, it's very streaming media upfit friendly. But also, it's just kind of a handy little stereo job that a lot of, you know, little trailers sometimes, you start getting into smaller campers and sometimes you'll run into those little car stereo style things. It's something that's still very functional. It's minimal, but it can be easily expanded on to meet your wants and needs. Now, I always like to open up all the kitchen stuff to kind of show you around, and I'm currently using the force to close that refrigerator door right there. Thank you, Luke Skywalker. But the kitchen is something I specifically wanted to zero in on this camper because it's very simple, it's very minimal. It does have pretty good storage capacity. Like you can see, every little nook and cranny opens. There's no wasted space in here. And there is a sink cover, by the way, over that big stainless farm sink. And the kitchen, you might have noticed, has sealed edge thermal foil countertops, which is kind of cool. So when the sink cover's in place and the stovetop cover's down like it is right now, you have some prep space. But this RV definitely has minimal prep space. Here's the thing. Different RVs are built with different purposes. Personally, I do most of my cooking outside. I don't like to add the extra heat and humidity and odors into the camper when I go camping. So I don't mind a more minimalist kitchen like this. Every RV is built for different purposes. If you're looking for something with more kitchen and prep space, call us here at Haylett RV. We only have a little bit of everything at our facility. Chances are, if it's on wheels, we've got it here. But I want to zero in on that. Everyone needs to understand that not every RV is built for every purpose. They're all built for a little bit different reasons. Now, another neat thing here. Above that freezer door, you see that skylight. That's actually got a, it cranks open for a vent. It's not just a skylight. And that's a cool thing a lot of Keystones do, is they make one thing do two things. And that's why I like them here at Haylett RV. Because not only is that giving us some extra light in the camper, but it is also exhausting heat if you are cooking in the camper, or frankly, if you just want to open the windows and get some nice cross breeze. Now, you may have noticed the lights kind of going on and off a little bit as I was standing here. The light right above the door is actually a motion light. You'll see another one of those in the pass-through. You can turn it on or off, or you can flip it to motion mode, which is where I like to leave it, especially by that entry door, so it keeps a cloud of bugs from gathering around the door. Now, back here, this thing has an excellent bathroom. Plenty of floor space, plenty of legroom for a tall person like me. You got that handy foot flush stool right there, and you may have noticed no floor heating vents through this Passport. Pretty traditional camper shower combo over here. I do like how it has the full surround paneling all the way up here, and a full skylight as well as power vent fan. But what really makes this bathroom for me is all the storage we're about to see. You got a normal medicine cabinet. You got space for your toothbrushes behind the sink. A little place for some toilet paper and whatnot. But when we come up here, woo, buddy, this thing opens right up, and they actually added for us a hanging rod. So you have tons of hanging clothing storage space, or if you wanted to, hit the big box store of your choice or Amazon or something like that, and you can get some kind of shelf organizers. You've got a huge space to customize back here. And one other thing I haven't discussed, all of the cabinetry we're looking at, it's all pocket screwed and has hardwood door frames, and I like that they're actually giving us a better handle that you can grab a hold of on these shaker style cabinets, you know, as opposed to like a little knob that, like, if you got arthritis, sometimes those things are a little difficult to deal with. This is easy, and it looks good. Dropping down below that front pass-through compartment, you see that motion light right there, which is something like Passports, Cougars, a lot of Keystones are good at. Those things are handy because they turn on when you need them, off when you don't. You see that all aluminum skeleton down here, and I love that, like, even here in the pass-through, using that real rich wood tone print on those wall panels, it just looks fantastic. Now you see those buttons right there. Those are going to activate and control the standard now corner power stabilizer jack system on this Passport. So all the jacks, whether it's corner jack or tongue jack, all are push buttons, simple and easy to operate. There's no manual cranking required. We've got an easy tilt power awning with lighting. So everything on this is about as simple and, you know, convenient as you could hope a little camper to really become. The baggage doors, you might have noticed, have that magnet holdback on them so that even getting in and out of those baggage doors is simple and easy. The chassis on this is a little bit different. Actually, it's the same chassis used by that beautiful but more expensive Winnebago right over there. It's a huck-bolted aircraft-style chassis. Long story short, made with higher strength, lower alloy steel, which means lighter but stronger. And that's probably been one of the main keys to the good service records that we've seen on these Passports over the years here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. I've always said, if you want a good house, you start with a good foundation. Now, this generation of Passport features a snow load walk-on roof, basically exactly like the Keystone Cougar, the sister to the Passports. Passport said, hey, your roof system works like a champ. We're going to borrow that. And by borrow, I mean they're just going to take it. But, you know, that's the cool thing about the Keystone family. They share notes with one another to help their products improve, and that's one of the reasons these Passports have done so well here. So we have an all-aluminum skeleton, laminated sidewalls and floor. You have a the roof is not an aluminum skeleton. It's a heavy-duty snow-load roof, exactly like that full-time warranted Montana fifth wheel over there. This Passport features the exact same roof construction, just in a much smaller package. So it's very serviceable. You can walk all over it. You could theoretically tap dance on it, though I don't believe that would be safe, and I don't recommend it. Then there's these little details, like we've got the nice tinted windows. We've got a simple solar plug right on the front of the chassis. And in addition to the magnet holdbacks, you can see how our baggage doors have these sealed hinges to help keep the water out of that. And even though it's not going to show you very much, if we get right down here, one of the other nice things you can see that this floor plan historically did not used to have, but it now has standard, is that enclosed heated underbelly for extended season comfort. In fact, almost everything on this is actually standard. About the only option that you're looking at, even available on this camper, are those aluminum wheels. And that's one of the other things that I think has helped Passport's quality records. They build everything the same way every single time. And there's quality generated through repetition. Spare tire on the back here, I hope you never need it. You also have a full black tank flush as well as an outside utility shower. So just some handy little features that they include. Now, the people are going to ask, what's that black door right there below the black tank flush? That is actually where you'd hook up to the Key TV system, where your park cable would hook up. And that's one of the cool things about all of these, you know, Passports and Cougars and Montanas now, is that Key TV system. There's no more like signal antenna booster button that you have to hit inside. If you've been in RVs for years or had one, you know what I'm talking about. Everything basically, the system sorts itself out, and everything is a direct coax run. Now, that's less important in a smaller camper like this, but it's still cool that they use the same technology here that they use in their big full-time fifth wheel Montanas. Put the cherry on top of this sundae with handy things like a gas grill quick connect just in front of those steps so that you can grill under or outside of the awning at your discretion. A gas strutted door so that the door doesn't block either of your windows or slam open in the wind. And I think you got a winner. Short, light, easy towing tandem axle couples camper. It actually has good living space. How about that? So give us a call here at Haylett RV if you like what you see. And again, remember that chances are if it's on wheels, we have it here at Haylett RV with over 700 different things to look at and choose from sitting here today. That's a little higher than normal, but we're kind of like squirrels. We, you know, we bulk up and we get ready. There's our service center over there, because we do everything here at Haylett RV with the exception of hidden dealer fees. Those we don't do. So whether you need hitching, pieces, parts, trades, finance, truck and trailer package deals, RV delivery, and everything in between, we only do everything. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.